Hey everybody, and welcome to my latest live stream. I'm Jessica Dwyer here for Zinni62 Media. I felt the need to do a video about this because it's back in the news again, and it's even more obvious what's going on with a double standard in Hollywood, especially in this case where you have audio evidence, visual evidence, admission on audio of abuse by the abuser, boasting about it. And you also have physical evidence of the person that was abused right there for you. And that is the case of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I am an unabashed fan of Johnny Depp. People love Johnny Depp. There is a reason they love him. And what has happened over the last couple of years in this drama and craziness is disgusting. And it's just even more so now because you have a studio that has asked Johnny Depp to resign because of this mess, which he did graciously. But you also have Amber Heard, who is the admitted abuser, the one boasting on audio, telling Johnny Depp, no one's going to believe you because you're a man. And also the fact that, he isn't manly enough or wasn't a real man because he refused to fight her back. He walked away. And she is still starring, and as of right now, from what all reports state, filming Aquaman 2 for that same studio. It is the most ridiculous thing that I think could happen when you have evidence, her actual recorded voice stating, yes, I beat you to hell. Yes, I slammed a door in your face. But you know what? You're not a man because you wouldn't fight me back. There's some amazing people on YouTube that have taken all of this documentation, all of this audio, and put it together. There's I ask you to go forth and listen to it. Incredibly Average is the name of the gentleman that took all of the audio and recordings that Amber Heard knew were being recorded, which is why they are out there. And put together a wonderful series of videos. I shouldn't say wonderful, but been very informative and telling videos about this whole case. And there are also videos of her testimony where people that are experts in reading body language read what she's doing and saying and how she reacts and how she moves and talks. And they can tell she's lying. But her own voice is her own, her own voice is her own admission in these audio recordings. And yet, you have a movie studio that had both parties involved, and they told the guy, the person who was abused, that person that was beaten, as my dog is agreeing with me, the person who was the abusee, the victim in this, was asked to resign. But we're going to let the person who did this, admittedly, keep her massive role in a massively expensive film in a series of them. Because why? Because you're making what she said the truth, which is if you're a guy and you're being abused, no one's going to believe you. It is horrible, especially for an actor and a person like Johnny Depp, who had his own, the woman that he left for Amber Heard, his ex came forward and said, he is not an abuser. He is the kindest man I know. His other ex, Winona Ryder, came forth. Not an abuser, kindest man I know. His daughter, same thing. This is a guy who, on his own dime, will have his Jack Sparrow gear flown to children's hospitals and go and visit in character. He donates so much money that you don't even know to these hospitals and charities. But he's the guy that was asked to resign and leave his multi-million-dollar film series. He's also being, as far as I can tell, dumped by Disney as well. Same thing. Because you're a man and we're not going to believe you. And we're going to make Amber Heard and her words be the truth. She's right. She admits on audio, and again, Incredibly Average, That Umbrella Guy, those are two YouTube channels that have all of this up where you can read it. Incredibly Average, though, fantastic coverage of this. It's just disgusting. And I felt the need to talk about this because it's a horrible double standard. And I get the need for equality. I'm all for equality. But equality is just that, being equal. And right now, that's not happening in this. In this case, that's not happening. In this case, the self-admitted, on audio abuser who boasts about the fact that she did it, who tries to gaslight Johnny Depp on audio, who tells him to his face, again, and I can't stress this enough, you're not a man. You walked away. You wouldn't fight me. Jesus Christ. For real. Jesus Christ, Warner Brothers. You're going to keep the person. And by the way, what's so hilarious about this, there's nothing really hilarious about it. It's ironic. Is the fact that Johnny Depp was playing a villain in Fantastic Beasts. Amber Heard is playing the supposed hero. She's cast as a heroine in Aquaman 2. She's supposed to be a role model for young girls and kids to look up to in this role as Marina. And I'm just disgusted by that. It would, I mean, I don't know what to say. What do you want to, what do you think here, kids? What do you think about this? The fact that you have one of the most beloved actors in Hollywood whose own ex-wife, well, not wife, but ex-partner came to his defense because of all of this. And you have honest to God recorded audio of the abuser saying she did it. And yet, she still has a role in a multi-million-dollar franchise as a hero, as an icon. And Johnny Depp is kicked to the curb. Mind you, this guy, Johnny Depp has won the favorite actor for autograph hunters because he will sign everything and stay there and just sign. He loves his fans. He is just a kind person. Yes, he has his demons. I mean, we all do. We all have our own demons. But the fact of the matter is, for what he's being accused of and what happened and the truth, which is there in the recordings, this is ridiculous. I'm a woman, okay? I am for equality, but that is exactly what it means. And in this case, You have a person that has admitted to being an abuser and laughs about it and knew they'd get away with it because the double standard is there and it's not right. And especially in this case, she shouldn't get to benefit from her celebrity by having beaten up someone. In fact, out of the two of them, she is the one that had charges placed against her by her ex-girlfriend who she beat up. You've got her parents sending text messages asking for forgiveness and begging because they were all in it for the money. It's atrocious and it's disgusting and it needs to not be happening. And the one way that you can help make this not happen is use your voice, which is what's going on online right now. Twitter yesterday just exploded when news of Aquaman 2 filming began and was announced. And it's nice to see it. It's nice to see the voices of people rise up. The only way this is going to happen is if enough people throw that at Warner Brothers and also throw your pocketbook behind it. Don't go to the movie. Don't give them money. I'm sorry. I love Jason Momoa. Momoa is great. I love James Wan. I love a ton of things about Aquaman, but I don't love Amber Heard. And I don't love people being treated like crap by a lie. And if you're going to have a double standard, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. And right here, there are enough people coming to the defense of Johnny Depp and fans rising up in online to make this a matter. And it should matter because this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, which is men get abused. Men can be abused as well by women. And this is a highly visible case of that. And what happened, just like everybody said, if you're the man and you come forward, you're not going to be believed. And that's what happened here, even with the audio of her saying she did it. There's visual evidence. There's audio, again, her own voice saying she did it. And yet here we are. She's getting away with it. She's going on with her career and being a star in a major franchise that's going to make a lot of money. A lot of money. But Johnny Depp had to bow out of a film franchise that he was part of that was very good, that he knocked it out of the park as. And I love Mads Mikkelsen. Don't get me wrong. I love Mads Mikkelsen as well. You know, we have an interview with him on this channel that I did. And I still don't believe it's right that Johnny Depp had to do that when in fact he was the victim in this. And we all know it. And if you don't know it, go listen to the audio where Amber Heard half laughs at him stating it, that she did this. It's not right. That's my opinion. It is not right that she's getting to go forth and have a film career as a hero and have action figures of her being sold and little girls wanting to be her. When it, you know, if you're going to hold people accountable to that standard, then everybody should be. And in this case, it's not happening. So that's my opinion on this. I'm not going to go see Aquaman 2. I'm mad because one of my fave Nick Cage movies co-stars her, and I own it, and it makes me angry because I can't stand watching it now because of this, because it just makes me so pissed off. So I know you're supposed to be able to funnily enough, everyone says, oh, you have to differentiate the art from the artist and you can't lump them in. Well, in this case, yeah, you can, because she's making money off of this. She's making money off of it. She's being glorified for some reason when, again, on a record of her voice recording, she states, yes, I did it. And no one's going to believe you because you're a man. And I'm mad at you because you walked away instead of duking it out, basically. He did what he was supposed to do and paid for it this way. So she should pay for it. But you guys not going to the movie. Boycott the movie. Hold Warner Brothers accountable and make them do what they did to Johnny Depp to her and have her retire from the movie gracefully, because you know that's going to happen with her. Have her walk away, because that's what she's, I'm sure there won't be any fighting in her to be asked if that happened. If somebody asked her, okay, you're going to have to resign from this because of all of this stuff. Yeah, she wouldn't resist that at all. There wouldn't be a graceful letter stating I'm fine with this when you're not. I could tell, everyone can tell when somebody's having a good time playing a role. And it was obvious that he loved playing Grindelwald. It just merely makes me sad that that's where it is now. But again, if all of us who are fans of Johnny Depp and just, you don't even have to be a fan of Johnny Depp, just be a fan of the truth. If you all come together and let your voice be heard, and also, again, if you don't buy a ticket, then that's what's going to make this happen and change and make people see. So that's all I have to say. I'm a Johnny Depp fan. I always have been. When this all came out, I didn't believe it. And turns out I was right. I was right. It was not true. But the damage has been done. And there's a double standard in Hollywood, apparently, a big one. And in this case, it's just shown a light on it. And for anybody that's been a victim of assault or had an abuser, that no one believed them when they said something about it, then you should be able to relate to this. It's not right. And it needs to have action taken. And the only way that we can really help, because we're not judges, we're not the police, is to support online and also with our pocketbook. So again, thank you guys for listening to my rant. Again, if you want to get the detailed down of those audio recordings in this whole case, again, the channel is called Incredibly Average on YouTube, and he does a fantastic job. Just one of the best around, and goes into detail. He did some investigation into this, and it's going to make you really pissed. But anyway, thank you again for listening. Thank you again, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.